Hello everyone, here we are again, ready to do some crafting because I am. I'm almost ready. Let me just jimmy over here a tiny bit. Look, we have some new kits today. I'm going to show you photos of them. And if you are subscribed to my email newsletter, I will be sending out more information about those kits tonight. Uh, Email is free, right? Just what do I want to say right here. If you are on Facebook, just look down in the links and you can register to receive my emails or look up if you're in YouTube. But wherever you are, whether you're live or on replay, I welcome you. This is a new product launch day. Lots of products, well, what do I want to say? This catalog went live as well as lots of online exclusives. That's what I was trying to say. And if you were here live with me at 9, you know that I was up at midnight placing orders for lovely customers. All the new In Color products uh, and more. And so stick with me. This is not my normal time that I come live for classes online, but you can always see me on Thursdays at 7 p.m. or Sundays at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. I am Lisa Harden. If you are joining me as a new viewer, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm so glad to have each and every one of you here with me. I am coming to you live from a very picturesque and beautiful Boise, Idaho today. Now this morning, it was overcast. Looked like we were going to get rain, but you know, that's how it goes in the springtime. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. One of the things that means is that I sell all the beautiful products in here, as well as thousands more. So if you are wondering all about paper crafting, or if you are a longtime paper crafter, doesn't matter. I have something for you. And I'm going to show you just a little bit of the new product today. Hello, Trish. You're hanging out with me today. I love that you're retired. I see so much more of you. I love it. So if you're like Trish and you're hanging out with me, whether you are here again live or on replay, please say hi to me. And also, if you would be so kind, please please engage with me, ask your questions here. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I need some more viewers. The more viewers, the more subscribers, the more goodies I can bring to you, right? So I appreciate each and every one of you. And as I said, I do sell these products. I run this as a business. I have events both in person and online. You can take a look at my website anytime, thestampingzoo.com, and there you will find out a little bit about me, a little bit about my business, and all the events that are current, as well as registration links. If you have any questions about that or more, you know what? You can text me 208-830-6328, or you can email me at thestampingzoo@outlook.com. I would love to be your demonstrator, okay? Or your teammate. We'll talk more about that very soon. And hello, Myra from Iowa. Hello. It's nice to see you here. And so, Myra, are you a current paper crafter, or have you dabbled, or do you craft every day? I would love to hear it. All right, friends. So finally, I can share the catalog with you, right? Oh, I have to put it in another room sometimes because I'm so afraid I'm going to forget. And that is our Stampin' Up! Policy. So I have to be very careful. Let me pan out, if possible, for just a minute here. Look at this. It's on page 52 of your catalog, which, by the way, if you would like a hard copy of this catalog, you can see all these things online just by going to thestampingzoo.com and hitting the Shop Now tab. You can find all this and more, right? Because we do have things that are only online. But if you would like a hard copy of the catalog to look at, it's really second to none. I love having the catalog with me. If you aren't working with another demonstrator and you live in the United States, private message me your email, your mailing address. I'll be happy to send one to you. Okay, so with that, again, we are on page 52, and look at all of the beautiful framed images, mini slimline cards, regular sized cards, uh, packaging. They have done so many things with this beautiful gallery suite collection, and it is definitely beautiful. Hello, Deborah. Hi, Roz. There we go. I'm catching people now. So this has quite a layout. It's what I call a super suite. It comes with 2 bundles, 2 die sets, well, 2 bundles, okay. Beautiful paper, ribbon embellishments, and a folder, embossing folder. I have it all here to show you, and we're going to work with a lot of it. We're really going to feature the paper in this live class because it's beautiful and it's really kind of difficult emotionally to cut into because it's so gorgeous. Okay, so with that, let me just show you the products in person that we're talking about. First of all is the paper. Okay, so the paper is, in case you're just kind of following along and would like the number, it is 165196. It's 1250 for 48 sheets. So you get 4 pages of each of these patterns. I'm not going to run through each of them really slowly because we have looked at these in depth in my unboxing video. So you can look back and see that. Of course, they are beautiful, double-sided. And I've told you before, there are some of these prints on the backside that are never going to see the light of day. They don't have a chance against something like this. Are you kidding? And we did make a card with that. I will refresh your memory. We're going to use this paper today. I think it has a real Asian flair. Isn't that pretty? Has some of our newest, one of our newest colors, cloud cover, on it. And so we will we'll see how we can work that in. And then of course, lots of like landscape type scenery. This one, I love this one. I guess because of the like misty moonlight or that bluish gray in there. Isn't that gorgeous? It looks just like something you would see on, you know, in an art gallery. But these are original designs from our own Stampin' Up! Design team. And so it's like you've seen it before, but you haven't, right? I mean, look at this. Now these go together beautifully. But I don't know. Will I sacrifice what's on the other side of the putty? It would have to be, no, I can't. I just can't. But hopefully I'll give you a couple of ideas about how to slice and dice this paper because while it's fun to thumb through and look at, guys, that's not what it's all about. It's, in my opinion, it's more fun to cut it up, make things out of it, give it away, and then, oh, you can buy some more. Okay, here are a couple of things that we've made live together. We made this with the beautiful frame, and did I get oh, I got an insert in there. There we go. And then this was like a mini slimline. Its measurements are a little odd, and this is one of the die cuts. Again, we're gonna talk about all the beautiful features of these products. Please remember that when you purchase a bundle, as in the same purchase, that you will get 10% off of the price. And so this is the beautiful motifs. It is, there are 2 stamp sets, again, in this suite. One is images, and then one is sentiments, and they all have dies. So you will see they've added this damask piece, which kind of mimics some patterns in the DSP, and the embossing folder. Then you've got just this scribble you can use with every stamp set, right? And then all these great sentiments, wishing you love and happiness that lasts a lifetime. Just a note, I'm here for you always. Celebrate, thinking of you. You've been on my mind. And a few more. So I love that. This is photopolymer, nice and clear so you can see it. And then this is what the dies look like. So we're not going to cut every die and use it today because I am going live 3 times. But I wanted to show you these 3 dies don't come loose from the paper. They emboss the paper, okay? And so as you saw on, whoops, as you saw on this little card, the die just simply imposes itself on the paper, but doesn't pop out, which I love. And you can take those kinds of images and put them back behind other images and so on. We will try that. Okay, and then you have two images that do pop out, and so they can be more like layering pieces. These can be layering pieces too, but they will be the first layer, usually underneath something else. As I said, hopefully we have time to work that in. And then the second bundle is called Gallery Blooms, and it has a lot of dies. I have a ton of these frames. You'll see why, because this die cuts out 2 frames in a rectangular piece all at the same time. So you have this lovely stash. And then just, when you need like an extra white frame or an extra cloud cover frame, you've got it. So we've got that, of course. You have open dies that cut out all of these floral images, okay? Plus several little pieces that are coordinating but don't cut out a certain die. So again, they're like for beautiful layering pieces. You can put them around the sentiments. They're different sizes. And so let's see here. I don't think I used, I didn't use it too much, but I did use one here. Okay. And then for this card, this has the stamp set, or the stamp that I dyed. I embossed it in, heat embossed it with basic white, and then embossed its sentiment, and cut out a few of the dies and stacked them. Probably doesn't make such a difference on camera, but in the hand, it feels different. It's a textural piece. Feels more weighty, and it feels more like a frame. So that's what we've got started so far. Not a ton of things, but we'll have more, don't you worry. And then finally, the embossing folder. So I will show you, I've got some examples. Again, I took these designs from the catalog and made them my own. Okay, so this is our new in color strawberry slush. And you can see I've used several things from this suite of products. And there's the damask embossing folder, okay? Some of the stamping, the frames, and one of the open dies. And the embellishments. Well, no. The embellishments are in-color embellishments. They don't go with this suite. But that's the beauty of Stampin' Up! Products, is they can coordinate exactly as in the suite, or you can break all your pieces and parts apart and use them with several different other things. This is Secret Sea. This is Darling Duckling. This is Timid Tiger. Okay, and finally we have a Cloud Cover. Let's talk briefly about Cloud Cover. This is not Cloud Cover ink. This is Misty Moonlight, stamped off, 2nd generation. It's very complimentary and very nice. But as you know, Stampin' Up! Is known for making things that are exactly the same color in ribbon, in embellishments, in inks, in cardstock, in all the things. And Cloud Covers had a little bit of a longer trip than the other in colors, in that it was not the formula of the re-inker. Works fine. This is not the actual Cloud Cover re-inker, but it works fine when you re-ink one of our Stampin' Spots. You can buy these in a 5-pack, and they're a felt or a linen pad. But Cloud Cover's ink formulation was not working so well. Sometimes, let's say it's unreliable, when it is inking up a foam pad. So the classic Stampin' Pads, the ink is not as reliable, but the ink has been showing to be reliable when you ink up a Stampin' Spot, okay? So demonstrators can order the ink pad, the first run of the ink pad that looks like this in Cloud Cover, but it's as is. If you get one that looks completely gray, then That's what you get, okay? And it could change over time. It could start out off-colored, or it could start out fine, and then it could go gray. I did order them because I ordered it because I figured for the price of $9, I love the size and I love the foam ink pad. But I always have a fix for the true color in terms of the Stampin' Spots and then the re-inker. So as a customer, you will not have access to buying that ink pad because of what I just told you about with the chemical unreliability. Okay, but you can absolutely buy a re-inker in cloud cover right now and Stampin' Spots right now. Okay, so go ahead and do that, and then you will always, you'll have the true color, and that should work for you. Okay, I am glad. Is it absolutely perfect and uniform like everything else? No. But is it fine? Yes, it's fine. We will use it. Not having the same size ink pad is, as I say, a first world problem. Okay, so just know that about the cloud cover. It's a gorgeous color, and I'm just so happy that we get to bring it to you in the ink as well as everything else. Okay, let's make a card, shall we? Again, this is it starts on page 52. Wow. And I believe, yes, look at this. It has quite a spread, 6 pages. That's a lot of real estate in the annual catalog. There are some examples, more examples of these die pieces. They partially pop up. You can pop them up more. You can make it more evident by slipping dimensionals in underneath some of the pieces. Okay, you can make a square frame by just using pieces and parts. And so let me bring that in. And right off the bat, I will tell you, these are the cards that we made this morning with Sunrise Sailing. I think that's the name. I'm looking around, but so we did some ink blending, 2-tone cardstock there. Then we used some ombre glimmer paper, and again, some pieces and parts from the bundle, which includes a hybrid embossing folder. And then, look, I got out the red and white peppermints. They're great. They're very nautical. So anyway, go back and rewatch that video if you missed it this morning. I did go live at 9 my time. I'm in mountain time, so keep that in mind as we are talking about this, because I will be live with you again one more time today. All right, so first things first, I had this cut for the other night when we featured this in a live, and we didn't get to it. It's a story of my lives, isn't it? So this is cut to be a card front that will show off both sides of the paper. It's the best we can do. And then I have a cloud cover, card base, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I went ahead and cut an insert that's probably, 3 3/4 by 5. It is smoky slate. I was thinking about the colors here. Okay, it's kind of an interesting little mix. Now this is, how big is this? 4 1/4. No, it's 4 1/2 by 5 1/2. 4 1/2 by 5 1/2. Score the short side a 1/2 inch, because we are going to fold this over. This is going to be like the spine of our book, if you will. Okay, and so then we are just going to put these two together. You can put this into a ledge, the ledge of your paper trimmer or something if you need to. Otherwise, just line up the papers, okay, and then fold this over. And that is going to be the back. It's finished very nicely. And then your card, you don't have to sacrifice one of the patterns. I think it's fun. Okay, and then I also cut, this is a textured notes die cut. You want to take a look at the textured notes bundle. It's fantastic, and it has these nested rectangles. Again, we used it just a couple nights ago, I think, or I don't remember. Anyway, we used it. And if you are getting recipe club kits from me this month, I used it in your recipe club kit. By the way, those went out in the mail on Saturday. Yes, they did. And Chopped went out in the mail yesterday, May 5th. So you should be getting them. If some of you, Jill, it takes a long time for you to get your Chopped. So I hope that that helps. My fabulous assistant, Alicia, was cutting everything, and we made sure that we got that in the mail. So enjoy, and you should have received your email for the recipe club too, by the way. Just so you know, sometimes those things go to junk. Why? I don't know. They just do. Even sometimes the emails that I send out from my own email address, from my own subscription, go to junk mail. So I don't know. I mean, if it can happen there, then it can happen anywhere. Am I right? Okay, let's take a look at these right off the bat. I feel compelled to put this on our insert. This is a way you can really decorate the insert without adding any extra dimension to the card insert. So I'm going to run this through just like I run a regular die through the Stampin' Cut embossing machine. You can use any die cut machine you want, but obviously I'm biased, and I will say the Stampin' Cut emboss machine is the best. I've used plenty of things in my 35 years of paper crafting, and so the Stampin' Cut emboss machine comes in a mini and a standard size. It's a little bit of an investment. I think the standard size is 130 and the small one's probably 65. But I will tell you a way that you can add that and a lot of other product and get it at a very large discount. Now, isn't that going to be gorgeous? I don't know if the sentiment's going to be in there. Probably the sentiment's going to be on the front. So, I love Just a Note. I never get tired of Just a Note. But let's see here. We have a couple of things. I might want to focus on adding a little bit of cloud cover. No. Well, I think we'll do that in a circle. Let's not mess with this paper too much. I started to think in my mind of a million different things, and then I was like, no, self. No, just hold on. So who has this bundle? Who ordered it today, and what's your favorite part of this suite? Let's see. Thank you for everything. I'm always needing a thank you card. In fact, I need to send some. Let's see how it would work in this one. It would just work. It will just fit, okay? I am going to put it on, I'm going to put it on cloud cover. Let's go for it. And I don't have that cloud cover ink pad to show you because I just ordered it at midnight, and Stampin' Up's fast, but they're not that fast. I did expedite my shipping though. So guess what? I think we're going to have a huge hoedown unboxing on my regularly scheduled live on Thursday night. So stay tuned. Make sure you are, again, subscribed to this channel and or liking and following the Stamping Zoo on Facebook, because you're going to want to see all of the product. I know you can see it online. It's better to see it in your own hand, but the next best thing is seeing it in my hand. And I will give you my initial thoughts, and I might play with some things. So you come along for, as I said, depending on the mail, but I did pay for expedited shipping. So, and it's Tuesday. I should get it by Thursday. That's normally how it goes. I'm only one state away. And so thank you so much in advance for your liking and your sharing and your subscribing. The more engagement that you have with this channel or this page, the more people find out about the Stamping Zoo. And then, you know, the more stampers I have, the more product I can bring you. It's all good. And it's something you can do for me that I really, really appreciate. And it's absolutely free for you. So thank you in advance. Thank you for everything. Okay, that is cloud cover with pecan pie on it. Ooh, it's a beautiful combination. Love it. Okay. Ooh. These are new ink pads, and so they're not sliding yet. I did that this morning with Misty Moonlight, I think. Okay, I'd kind of like to put this on here. I think it's too long, but since I had it, I want to take a look at it. This with this. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, we're going to do that. Just playing around. I wouldn't have thought about that, except it just happened to be sitting there, right? Okay, Deborah. Deborah says, hi, everyone. That's so nice. And Deborah, do you have these products yet? The beautiful gallery suite of products. Did you indulge? And Deborah made a bunch of projects this weekend at a mom's crafty retreat, I think was what it was called. It was some sort of crafty retreat. She was posting pictures and they were gorgeous. You did a lot of making this weekend, didn't you? Okay, again, this is just for fun, for funsies. I am teaching a community ed class tonight. I saw somebody was on the roster that I know is a repeat customer, but most of them were brand new names, and that's pretty fun. We work with the kits, the pre-made kits from Stampin' Up, and it's very fun. It's very fun to introduce brand new stampers to making something. Okay, I've totally misgauged that. I wanted to make sure that the dimensionals were on either side of this pecan pie die cut. And so that's where I was going with that. Now I was thinking about using basic beige ribbon with this. I don't know. I mean, the card base is basic beige. Let's see. Does it look like a sophisticated collection, or does it look like it goes all over the place? Oh, I think it's quite nice. If I had cloud cover ribbon, of course I would use that. But I don't. You know what? We're going to wait for cloud cover ribbon. How about that? It's only a couple nights, and then I will unveil it. We'll have it all finished, and it'll be gorge. But the beige ribbon is fine too. And then finally, I'm going to bring in these. Okay, now I will show you the embellishments that coordinate with this suite. And they look like a bit like flower centers. They have quite a bit of texture on them, and they're heavier than you'd think they would be. But they're still pretty small. They're manageable, and they're self-adhesive. They're called Pressed Flower Motifs, 165215. You don't need to remember those numbers. Just, again, go over to thestampingzoo.com, hit the Shop Now tab, and put in Beautiful Gallery, Pressed Flower, anything. And on my 3 o'clock live, we will take a trip over to my Stampin' Up website so I can show you how easy it is to search some of these things. All right, since this is just a little bit of cloud cover, I want to add more. And so I'm taking the In Color Flat Pearls and embellishing with those. Just 3, not a big dealio, just enough, okay? And then when I put the ribbon on it, it's really going to like tie together. Now let's take a look at that insert. And I think it's beautiful. just the way it is. I think I want to just leave it. Oh, yes. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, it's a little tricky. Now, you could put seal down around it, but unless you know, kind of the beauty of these is that they do pop up just a little bit. They're probably going to lay flat for the most part, but I would just put some liquid glue or seal around the perimeter and then, hover so you can get it straightish. It doesn't need to be completely straight. And you can even put it off center on purpose, right? I'll keep your secret. Okay, have fun. So then the petals still, they come up ever so slightly. And as I was saying, if you had this on the front of a card, if you wanted like this piece to stand up permanently, you could just take a little mini glue dot and tuck it under there. Okay, we're not going to do that because that will cause a speed bump on the front of this card. But it's gorgeous. I love how you go from basic beige to the smoky slate and all the other grays. And of course, cloud cover itself has a lot of gray in it. So I think that all of these things are playing nicely while definitely not being the same color. Okay, here's something else that I've been wanting to do with these dies. I just haven't yet. And I believe this technique is called triple time. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Roz is very good at remembering the names of these. Where's my chamois? What have I done with it? Chamois. I saw it and then it was gone because I was sitting it off to the side because I wanted to wash it. I don't know. Okay, well, we just won't use that one again. Okay, so triple time. Remember that die I showed you? That's the frame. So when you cut that, what you get are 3 different pieces. Let me grab them for you. You get this. Now I cut this straight out of the designer series paper, right? And then you get that. And then you get the center. I can't remember who it was the other night that said they loved this pattern. And so that's why I'm using it. I mean, I think it's pretty too, but somebody was like gaga over it. So all I did was I die cut the DSP one time by using, whoops, no, you get off there, by using this one single die. So see, it cut the outside, the middle, and the baby. Okay, that is great. If you want to use that on a card base. Oh, and what you also get are 2 1-inch strips or very close to. This one's probably like 7/8 and this one's like an inch. Okay, so I just trimmed those together. Thank you, Myra. And then I said, no, it's not good enough. We need to play. And so this was the technique that I was remembering being called triple time. And so I cut some extra layers, okay, just 2 extra layers, and screenshot this if you like. So I cut 2 layers at Mossy Meadow, 1 7/8 by 3 5/8, okay, and then just up an inch, 2 7/8 by 4 5/8, all right. And you can vary that a little if you'd like, but that's, after I measured it out, that's what I liked. I have a pecan pie card base here, and then an old olive insert, kind of like the last card. Things don't need to match. In fact, I prefer it to not have a white insert at all. This would totally, a white insert? No. See my face? I wouldn't like that at all. Then here's what we're going to do with these pieces. We're going to stagger. I'm going to lay this one down flat, and it's a little more difficult to see on DSP, but see, the outside one shows miter cuts just like a frame detail would. They don't miss a trick. Now, if you want to turn it over and use that, you are welcome to. You can turn it over, use it interspersed with the little view of the house, or you can do it all that way and then put a really cool sentiment on the front. Now I need to hover. This is a long die, right? And that's where she's going to go. Okay. We'll stand it up for a minute. Using liquid glue, you have just a minute or two, a second or two, I should say, to kind of check it out. Now I want to put this down. Okay. I am going to pop this up on dimensionals. And then I'm going to put this on it. And it's going to be like this. So let's do that first. Let's put the middle DSP piece down. And then dang it. That's okay, because this paper, well, it's going to be covered up, but it has two sides. Okay. Yay. Second side to the rescue. Okay. It's gluey on the bottom. I've got to fix that. Boy, I wish I knew where my chamois was. I wonder if I took it. Now I have to find it. Sorry, guys. It was like, I had an idea, and I was like, I was going to stop and clean the chamois, and then, of course, I started thinking about something else, and there it went out of my head. All right. Well, in a pinch, I'm going to use a little bit of rubbing alcohol. I know it's going to jump right out at me. I may have already taken it into, it might be in the kitchen. Anyway, let it go, Lisa. Okay, I'm taking that glue off of there. That's just going to ruin it. It'll get all over me, the project. Okay, so here's this. And then we are going to put that up on dimensionals. There we go. Just want to make sure your paper is turned the right way, because you are basically, it's a triptych, I guess I'd call it, a triptych of the same picture cut into 3 different pieces. Okay. And then, there we go, road facing down. All right, and you need to get up over this, so I am pulling it towards me a little bit, right? And then we are going to, really, I'm kind of focusing on that road piece. And there, okay. So we're starting to build this really cool scene. And then finally we have this one, same thing. All right, now as you're watching me do this, think about all the different layers. You could use foils. You could use an embossed piece if you wanted. It wouldn't show a ton, but it would still be just a little bit different. You could stamp these layers. You know, you could stamp around. But I thought with such a beautiful picture to use, I just wanted to do it very straightforward. And also, if you haven't seen this technique before, I wanted you to be able to see the basics of it. And then we can zhuzh it up at a later time. How about that? Okay, beautiful. This would make a rather nice sympathy card as I'm building it. I'm thinking. It's so cute. So cute. So again, we're catching the corner of the path. And then look at this. Isn't that neat? So much more interesting than just the single piece of paper. Nothing wrong with using the single piece of paper for extremely easy stamping, but it's kind of easy to do this too. Now, remember I said I had 2 strips. You can use those strips down here. I don't want to, you know, you can use them for something else, various strip technique cards. But let's see what we're going to stamp on the insert. We could stamp one of these images. We could stamp one of these images. How about You've Been on My Mind? I like that. It's a little guy right there. You've been on my mind, and that, for that matter. No, I don't think I want to mess with this. I really like it. We might put ribbon at the top of this too. So, you know, tune in. What I've been doing is I've been making my projects, but then I'm trying not to get too wrapped up if I want to modify them in some way. I just go ahead and modify them, but you need to be following me on Facebook because I'll post stills. Case in point, I have posted stills of those sailboat cards, the sunrise sailing cards. I have posted those on the Facebook page. So, you know, I understand not everybody's on Facebook. And I want you to be on both of my pages because you know what? Side note, something went wacky the other day with Facebook, and they, I don't know if they actually did this, but they said that they deleted about 80 of my posts. They said they went against, the, I don't know, rules. But I heard that they did it to more than just me. And so who knows? I have, first I thought it was phishing, and it might be for all I know. But anyway, just know that if you like following, liking, and subscribing to me, just like with anyone that you watch on social media, it's good to have more than one resource to contact them. So I definitely suggest that you all sign up for my email because it's a non-obtrusive way to follow the Stamping Zoo. And then also, you know, if you do have access to Facebook and YouTube, then follow me on both of those, because if one goes down for whatever reason, they can decide at any time that they don't want the Stamping Zoo around anymore. Then you don't have access to me. So just a thought. Okay, I'm going to stamp up here. You've been on my mind. I know I'm really close to being able to see this or not see this, but isn't that fun? We're going to use another one of those die cuts. I think I'm going to start die cutting the insides of all of my cards now that I have this, this like new tool. It's so fun. Okay, so again, watch out what you're doing with your adhesive, because it does give it more interest to leave it popped up. I'm going to use a combo. We're using a combo. Oh, crazy driver. Crazy driver. You've been on my mind. I love it. Okay, that's so pretty. I love Old Olive and pecan pie with this really interesting insert. I think you should send a card. You should make a card like this with these inserts for your card making friends, right? Because we don't always get brand new things that we haven't seen before. I'm going to tie a ribbon on that, like undoubtedly. I'm going to tie a ribbon on this one. So again, watch this page and then you can see how much it gets, I don't know, prettied. Do I have any ribbon for that right now? I don't think so, you guys. I wish I had. Now I have this gold. I have this gold. Let's take a look at it and see if it, I don't know, is it going to go? Is it going to look too strange? I tell you, I love this ribbon. Oh, I think I like it. I think I like it. I'm just going to tie it off to the side here at the spine. This ribbon's also really cool because you don't have to use tweezers. It sticks to itself. It is current. It's called Open Weave Trim. And in just a moment, I'll give you the item number is 165715. We had this in silver as well. And I think I still have some because I love it for wrapping packages. It can be, it can be compressed or it can be huge. And so it's really pretty showy. It's also pretty showy if you run it alongside another ribbon and then, use the two of them as one piece. That's really fun. And also you can squish it into an envelope. No big. That's nice because it's like just a little bit. And so let's use the metal embellishments that come with this. Suite. I'm sure I will be doing a fee-based, product-based class with this suite of products. So again, please follow me if you are interested in that because the first people to know about it are usually the people on my website, or my email, I'm sorry. And that's also where I can send all of the links without regard to certain policies that kind of hinder me a little bit when I just send them on the open social market. Hey, that's pretty fun. Oh, the ribbon. Dang it. Okay, the ribbon caught my insert and then I tied it nice and tight. Let's see. Am I going to be able to get that out? I think it can be resurrected. I'll fix that off to the side. I may have to redo the ribbon, but okay, don't be like me. Make sure you don't grab that. And then, you know what? Actually, I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue down here. You could use glue dot too, because I need it to be held down a little bit. Okay. It's all right, little one. You're going to be okay. Oh my gosh, these are so pretty and so different, aren't they, from the same basic products? And so, speaking of classes and new kits, let me please take a moment with you so that I can show you all the things. Oops, I didn't download it. One moment. Talk amongst yourselves. You can decide whether you like the beige card or the pecan card. You tell us. Which do you prefer right now? I will accept that maybe you like both of them, but let's see, an animated overlay. One moment. Okay. I want May 6th. PDF. Oh, I just saw it. Come on now. There it is. Here we go. All right, as I said before, and I'll say it again, you get to earn 10% Stampin' Rewards on all your orders of product $20 and over. It's just a great deal that Stampin' Up! Does. The product credits don't expire for a year, and when you use your product credits, as you start to bank them, you can see your balance at any time right on the home page of your Stampin' Up! Page. And they also use the oldest credits first. I love it, Stampin' Up! Thank you so much. All right, here is one of the newest kits. This is $23 and it's called Beautiful Blues. And isn't it just? It includes a stamp set, a photopolymer stamp set, an ink block, and all the beautiful products that you see here, enough to make 9 cards with envelopes. Again, $23. It's kind of a deal. And you get $2.30 back in product credit. Here is the second kit. Of course, I fell in love with it and ordered it this morning. It is called Share a Smile. It is only $14. It has excuse me, I didn't bring any water in here. It has 6, 7, 8 cards and envelopes. What's that other thing at the top? Oh, that might be the envelopes. I don't even know. It might have a special box in it or something. But it's $14. You know what I think that is? In the upper right-hand corner, I do think it's a storage box for all of these. Oh my gosh. If it is, I'm going to order 5 more. It's so cute. It's only $14, you guys. This one is item number 165637, just released this morning. And it's so cute. A toucan, a sloth, a bicycle, sunflower, the sun. What is this in the front? Mangoes, lemons, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter because they're so cute. I can't wait to get my hands on that. I know this says register by May 5th, but I am still extending this because the product is still in good inventory status online. And what the heck, it's so adorable. This is my online Zoobilee Crafty Kit. You craft with me on your time via online video tutorials and a PDF tutorial. I send you about $25 in product. This month it is featuring all products from the Cheers and Sips suite of products. That is an online exclusive. I will use the Cheers and Sips bundle to design my cards. You may also use that bundle to make the cards as I design. You can use something different from your own stash and make them your way. But whatever way you decide, you're going to get a really fun class, about $25 of product, and supplies to make 5 cards on one project. When my project includes a sweet treat or some sort of a little office supply or something, I send that along to you. Also, if you add the bundle to your order for the class or to your monthly subscription, I will pay the shipping and tax. That's a 17, at least in my state, 17% discount for you. So you get the equivalent of Stampin' Rewards plus more, okay? I'd love to see some new faces in the Zoobilee Crafty Kit or some returning faces. The link for this class, you have 2 options, a single month or a month-to-month, which is cancelable at any time. The links to both of those are in the description of this video. And here is one of the cards that we made the other night. I cased the catalog because it's super fun to do. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Kind of making me thirsty right now. I am going to keep this open for a few more days. If you would like to join us for 5 months of In Color, 5 months of classes, 5 months of beautiful In Color products, then please, again, use the registration link below. You are signing up to purchase 5 monthly kits. Each month is $75 shipped or $65 for porch pickup. It includes everything you see here. If you are a collector's collector or a stamper's stamper, this is the perfect class for you. 5 months. And in the 5th month, I'm going to give you a free pack of our designer paper, Florals in Bloom, which features the In Colors, or you can choose something else, and I'll give you a $12.50 product credit. Now, here's the best deal of the day. Frankly, the best deal of the month. From now until the end of May, if you're not already a demonstrator, join the Zoo crew. Come on. We would love to have you join our crew of Stampy crafters, of happy stampers. And how you do it is you get to celebrate right off the bat with a great starter kit special. For $99 plus tax, you get to choose $165 of product. That's it. So you get a huge discount right at the very beginning. You don't pay any shipping on it. And then you also get a free past paper pumpkin and some other business supplies. But you get to enjoy a 20 to 25% discount as long as you are an active demonstrator. But for right now, and all that means is that you make minimum purchases. But once you sign up, you can have up to 7 months with no other purchases, but you're going to get all the perks from my team, the Zoo Crew, which includes just a few things. It includes a class that you can opt into every month, and it's just for my team. An in-person meeting or a meeting via Zoom is how we do that. We talk about all things Stampin' Up! And then all things us. And you receive all of my online content for free. So all of these classes I'm talking about, if they have videos or a PDF tutorial, everybody on my team receives that for free. Otherwise, I choose between, I sell those for between $10 and $25 per class. So that's a great savings. And so please consider it. Everyone has a place on my team. I would love to chat with you about it. My phone number is right here if you have questions, specific questions, or you can just head on over to thestampingzoo.com, hit the Join Now tab, and find out more about me. See some pictures, just different random photos of my life, and click on the link to join the starter kit. Enjoy the starter kit. And then finally, if you are in Boise or in the Boise area, come and stamp with me on Saturday, May 17th. From 10 to about 1, we make 4 cards using current Stampin' Up! Product. You get to use all of my supplies. I open up my craft room to you. So I have current stamps, all the inks, all the machines, the die cutting, everything. And then you leave with 4 cards and envelopes. And the cost is $25, or the better deal is free with a $30 order. Okay? That is a $30 cash equivalent purchase. That is not $30 worth of product credits. Okay? If you have any questions about this or more, hey, you know who to talk to. Just give me a call. I gave you you can text me. You have the numbers, right? So just let me know if you have any questions. You can usually ask in the comments. But if you have something really important that you want to make sure that I see, send me a private message or text me. Okay? Here are this is the information on the 2 kits that I showed you, the beautiful blues and the Share a Smile. Remember, this one comes with a Stampin' Spot and a photopolymer stamp set. You will stamp the sentiments. This comes with no stamping, which is great for everybody. And so think about sending that as a gift, or package it up for someone and give it to them as a finished gift, right? I think that's a great idea. Okay, everyone, this has been super fun. I gotta go because I'm coming back with you in an hour. My goodness. And so please don't forget that you can do here's like a third one that is so different, because this paper is really, it's a great value because it's going to go with so many different things. It has its own specific look. You can buy each item in the suite that I have talked about, or you can just buy one thing. If you just really like these dies, you can purchase each of these things separately, and they all have great utility and great flexibility with your existing products, maybe products that you've had for a long time, or something brand new. So just know that this works for everyone's budget and everyone's time frame and everyone's skill level. All right? Okay, everyone. I'll see you again in an hour. Bye.